What's up, YouTube? It's EricALionsFan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Beer Reviews. I apologize, guys. I'm doing this on a Saturday. I already had one video up here on Saturday, so I'm doing this one for Wednesday, but I figured since it's a weekend brew, and it's a pretty big one at that, we're going to take a look at Deschues Brewing. These guys are out of Bend, Oregon. This one is their Black Butte 28th Anniversary Porter Reserve. It's an imperial porter, I believe. Yes, an imperial porter brewed with cocoa, vanilla, pelted malt, and sweet orange peel with 50% aged in bourbon and scotch barrels. So it should be a good one here, guys. Like I said, the beer comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume, or excuse me, not 7.5, 11.5% alcohol by volume. I apologize for that. 51 IBUs. Guys, this one's a pretty big beer. This one is 747 calories in a 22-ounce bottle. So guys, this is going to be a beer that if you open it, I would suggest probably sharing. I'm only here today. Let me turn my hand around here, guys, so you guys can see my face instead of my shadow. But yeah, this is going to be a beer that you're going to want to share with somebody. It'd probably be like around 300 calories, but even then, that's a big beer. You probably could use this as a dessert type beer or the last beer of the evening, which I'm going to do on this one, but I'm going to drink the whole thing. So 747 calories is quite a bit for a beer. So guys, the malts that they use are chocolate malts, midnight wheat, pale, the pelted malt, wheat, and crystal. The hops that they use are Millennium, Cascade, and Titang. It's like I said, it's bourbon barrel aged and scotch barrel aged, which should get some of that smokiness flavor out of there. They did say that on the website, and they said you're going to get a little bit of orange peel, but it says that right here on the label here too. I did not see a I did not see a bottle on date, but it's not that big of a deal. I think there's a vintage of it here somewhere on here, I believe. I'm sure it's on here. Oh yes, it does have a bottle on date of 8/13/2016. This one says 11.6% alcohol by volume, and the 11.5 I got off of Beer Advocate, so that is incorrect on the website. But guys, I'm kind of ready to dig into this beer, but before we do that, let's go ahead and get a couple other beer reviewers. Rich's World Beer Tour gave it a 10 out of 10. Clement's Homebrew said the two gentlemen that did that looked like a father-son thing. 93 and a 95, both A scores. Craft Controversy, one gave it a 91, which is an A-, and the other gave it an 83. And he kind of went on to say it was kind of a too complex beer to him. He thought that they took a little bit out of it, it would be a much better beer. Beer Time said that he had liked it. And PA Brew News, which he's been on, I believe, he's been on Rod J. Beer Ventures channel here and there. I haven't seen him in quite a while. Hope you're doing okay, buddy, if you come across this video. He gave it a 9.5 out of 10, which is an A score. So pretty much all within the A category except for one. Beer Advocate, like I said, gave it a 93, and the Bros have not reviewed it yet. Like I said, I'm not going to go to Rate Beer anymore because I think they're a little bit biased in the craft beer and give the lagers a bad name. So not going to do that one, guys. But let's go ahead and crack this top and we'll see what we got. I paid $16.99 at Horrocks. That's in Lansing. I don't know if that's a good deal or bad deal. Let me know down in the comments if it is or not. But let's go ahead and crack this top, okay, guys? This has a wax top on it, so be careful of that. Try and get it off here. There we go. There we go. Just a little bit of hiss, not too bad. I'm going to peel it back here so none of that gets in. There we go. All right, guys, let's give it an aggressive pour like I always do. I just got general glassware. You guys should know by now I'm not really picky on my glassware. So let's go ahead and go for it here, guys. There we go. All right, the Black Butte 28th Anniversary Reserve. All right, guys, the presentation, I see a milk chocolate head, small to medium bubbles on the top, small around the side. Now the heads dive down. That's a 3-finger head pour. Guys, as I hold it up to the light, I am not getting any light out of it at all. I would consider this probably a imperial stout level instead of the imperial porter level. Now, the reason I say that, guys, if you guys have seen some of my other videos, I consider porters a little bit on the lighter side, some light shining through. This one doesn't have it, and the stouts would have no light shining through it and are a little bit heavier on the mouthfeel. But we might get a little bit of a lighter mouthfeel with this one. Well, we're just going to go ahead and have to find out here, guys. But I haven't seen no light go through it at all anywhere on this general glassware glass at all. All right, guys, let's get a nose on it. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, I'm getting chocolate. I'm getting a little bit of an alcohol presence, which at 11.5, 11.6%, it's going to be hard to. It's going to be hard to hide. I'm getting some Scotch notes as well. I am getting Scotch. I'm not getting any oranges like they say, but that's probably on the taste, not on the smell. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm getting. I'm getting some Scotch, I'm getting some alcohol, and I'm getting chocolate. That's pretty much all I'm getting here, guys. Well, coming for a chocolate stout porter, you're probably going to get that. But the Scotch is coming through here more in the bourbon. I'm not getting any bourbon barrel notes. I'm mostly getting Scotch. All right, guys, let's dig in. Bottoms up, guys. Cheers. Thanks to Deschues, excuse me. Okay, first thing I'm getting right away is that the Scotch and the bourbon are kind of competing against each other. I'm not sure, I am getting the bourbon, I am getting the Scotch, but they're trying to compete with each other. It's full-bodied mouthfeel, kind of to the stout category. Not getting any real, the thinner notes, which of a porter, I classify as a porter, would be. No carbonation burn, although I do straight-in pours on all my beers. Excuse me. I'm not getting any of the orange peel that they say is in here. I'm mostly getting right now are Scotch. The Scotch and the bourbon are kind of competing with each other. And that's really all I'm getting here. I'm not really getting any bitterness either. Any of the hop bitterness. I'm not really getting any bitterness at all. It says 51 IBUs on the website. I don't think that's with people and their IBU ratings. I don't know if the IBU rating is correct with the bitterness. That's what you're going to get. I am not getting anywhere near what 51 IBU should be. I'm getting more towards 20 to 30 IBUs. Although that being aged in the bottle about, let's see, it says August 13th, which is going on a year here. I'm just not getting much of anything here, guys. Not getting any of that orange peel. Has nice lacing on the glass here, as you can see on this, like I said, my general glassware glass. But usually with these dark beers, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let it warm up. It's just right out of the refrigerator. I don't know kind of what I'm going to think about this one, but we're going to go ahead and let it warm up, get it maybe some warmed up. We'll bring out some of the more of the character notes with this one, but I'm going to go ahead and say it has potential. I'm going to say that it has potential right now. But guys, I'm going to let it warm up here. It is 10:30. I think it says 10:30. Yes, 10:30 right now. Go ahead, half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, maybe even longer than that. I'm going to sip on it here. Hopefully some of the more of the notes come out, and then we'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. It's about it's 15 minutes to 1 in the morning. I got to say, there's been quite an eventful night thus far. There was apparently there was someone who was around the area who was armed, and the cops didn't find him and whatnot. So I'm kind of going to be staying up here just a little bit more tonight. But by the time you guys see it on Wednesday, I'm sure he's probably going to be long gone. But this is definitely warmed up by now. It's been about 3 hours since I've opened this up, and I'm finishing up the last part right here. To me, it's still full-bodied. I'm getting much more of the Scotch than I am the bourbon. The alcohol's still there too. I'm starting to taste the oranges and the bitterness from the oranges, which they talk about. I didn't get that when I was cold, but now the Scotch is overpowering the bourbon. Like I said in the beginning, at when it was cold, the bourbon and the scotch were kind of fighting each other. Now that it's warmed up, the scotch is the predominant flavor that I'm getting. I am getting some chocolate too, about the same as what it was when it was cold. But yeah, the scotch is predominant, and the smokiness is predominant too. A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of the orange, teeny tiny bit of the orange, and the bitterness. It's probably coming from the orange, it's coming through here. But guys, it's a well-made beer. I'm going to say that it's a well-made beer, but is it an A beer? Not to me, it's not. It's not an A beer. Beer Advocate gave it a 93. I don't think it's a 93. I don't even think this is an A beer, in my opinion. I'm going to give it probably an 87, a low B plus to me. Maybe B plus, right around there, depending on where you're at. If you guys say, Eric, this is a 10 beer, I'm not going to argue with you on it. I mean, everyone's taste is different, but to me, it's just not to the A category for this beer. I kind of agree with the craft controversy, the one gentleman there that said there's kind of too much going on with this beer. I think there is. I think you either need to put it in the scotch barrels and leave it, or the bourbon barrels and leave it. I don't think you need to switch them and switch the barrels and then age it the rest of the time in its own barrel, or however they do the beer here. That's just my own personal opinion. I think it's a little bit too complex. If they took, like he said, if they took stuff out, it'd probably be even a better beer than what it is now. And I would wholeheartedly agree with that. But mouthfeel, I mean, it's a well-made beer, guys. Deschues is not a brewing company that's going to make shit beers. To me, it's a well-made beer. I probably would not get this version again. Now, apparently, there's been other versions that they've kind of messed with the recipe a little bit, but this version, the 28th anniversary reserve version, I'm probably not gonna get again. But I am gonna finish the beer. I am gonna do that. It's good enough to finish. But would I get it again? Probably not. I'm kind of on the fence on it in reality terms. I'm just not a big... To me, like I said, it's just too complex. It's a too complex beer, and when it warms up, you're just getting the scotch more than you are the bourbon barrels. But guys, let me know what you guys think of the Black Butte 28th Anniversary Reserve Edition. Do you guys give it an A, B, C, D, or F? I give it an 87, B plus, right around there. I don't think it's an A category beer to me. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Also do a like, subscribe as well. And as always, guys, if you've had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. You guys know my spiel. Don't try to drive home drunk and be a hero, because you're going to get pulled over, do sobriety tests, cop car, jail time, court fees, possible prison time. And guys, if you hit or kill somebody, you're going to be in the slammer a while. And if you kill yourself, you're going to be 6 feet under, okay? Sleep off your buzz. Get your car in the morning. Call a taxi, Uber, Lyft. Call a buddy. Call somebody, a family member. Just whatever you got to do to get home if you think you've had too much to drink. And if someone says, hey, man, you probably might want to get a ride, take their advice, okay? And as always, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces, guys.